everyone. I've only gone live on here once before, but I was just feeling inspired as I'm drinking my oolong tea in my cute little pot I just got. And I haven't been on YouTube for a while, so I thought it would be fun to show up on this live. And as I'm drinking oolong holds more of that element of fire. The tea leaf Camellia sinensis is just one plant, and through all the tea types, they all carry a different element of the earth, so we can learn from that element and wisdom. And so oolong typically holds more of that element of fire and creates a circulation in the body and really brings us to the heart. In Chinese medicine, the heart is connected to the fire element, so it can bring more warmth and fuel us and connect us to our passion, our joy. So as I've been sitting for oolong, I just began writing. Sometimes I write in my tea journal when I'm feeling inspired by the tea, and this morning I felt called to share what I wrote on my blog. And so I got my computer, pulled out my blog, and when I got to my blog, I just questioned myself and asked if that was a place to share what I wanted to be sharing, just this art, this passage in my writing with tea. And I probably sat there for like 5 minutes and just contemplated whether or not to share. And I kind of felt like this contraction in my body with that doubting of sharing. And when I began to notice this, I realized that the very thing that felt most natural, most effortless, and just coming from my joy to share, I realized that just how many times we may come to doubt ourselves, to doubt the very thing that feels the most joyful and natural to share, how it can quickly turn into doubt or fear or overwhelm, that we just end up putting it to the side, forgetting about it, saying that it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't mean that much, or I shouldn't put this out because it's too much or it doesn't fit in. But maybe the thing that your heart most wants to share wants to stand out amongst all the things that like in my mind I'm like, does this fit in with the content that I'm sharing on my blog? And then it then turned into, oh my gosh, the very thing that wants to stand out and be seen is the thing that I'm doubting. And so just tuning in with yourself today, or whatever you've noticed lately that has become into what should I do? What would fit into this? Or questioning, does this fit in? Should I do this? When you go into that mode of thinking, come back to tune in to your heart, to your essence, what would feel most joyful, what would feel most natural to share. And that's the very thing that wants to be shared, whether it has an outcome or not. Just the fact that you share it and that it's something that would bring you joy is the very reason why it should be shared. So I have that post now on my blog, overcoming doubt and letting your art flow. You can find it at shethroughtea.com, and going to my blog, and that'll be the most recent post. But I just wanted to share this simple thing because I feel like in my life, at least, and most human beings that I know, we doubt so much about what we should do, or question what we should do, rather than coming from, this would just make me feel joyful, and that's why I'm choosing to do it, instead of thinking that there needs to be an outcome or that it needs to fit in somehow, when it's the very thing that wants to stand out and become known. So this is also something that we'll be going into in my upcoming 4-week container with She Through Tea. It's called Inner Bloom, and it's for those women who want to come into the fruition of her vision that is done with doubting and fearing and letting the vision burn out, instead of just letting it unfold naturally and utilizing the optimization of our cycles, our monthly cycles, to come into the optimized energy and nourishment of our womb, to really bring forward a more sustaining and fueling vision that will continue to sustain us in what we're creating. And there will be many aspects of this. So throughout the 4 weeks, we'll go into each phase of the cycle and different womb cleansing practices that can really make more space for the vision to come through. And this is something that we can practice over a 3-month period together throughout the summertime, as the summertime is that peak energy, and it carries the element of fire that brings our passions to life. So we'll be able to practice this and be witnessed in our sisterhood in the container, and to really bring more confidence in stepping into the creations in our life and what we want to bring forward, instead of leaving the vision, the creations dormant and putting them off to the back burner, and not living them. So if you're desiring a supportive container, and if you're also curious about learning about womb cleansing and nourishing practices that will sustain you not only for one cycle but for your lifetime, we'll be going into yoni steaming, castor oil packs for cleansing, tea as a medicine, a daily medicine, different meditations, and different self-inquiry that will really call forward the vision, and a place and community that we can continue to cultivate that vision as we have more eyes on us. One of the most fast ways to grow, but also sustaining ways to grow, is to do it in community and with women who are practicing cyclical living and sharing from that rooted, grounded nourishment that we all have this wisdom inside of us. So the more that we can optimize the wisdom that we all have and share that with each other, the more growth that we can see. So I just wanted to leave this simple reminder to turn your doubt into the greatest fuel in your life. So what action can you take that would stem from that passion and desire and joy from your heart of simply sharing and creating something and letting go of an outcome, and continuing to step into that more and more and more from the seat of your essence. If you're curious to learn more about Inner Bloom, the pre-sale ends today and the price will rise until next Thursday when we enter the Inner Bloom container. So you can direct message me, leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you.